Hi guys, now this is Evernote. It's something that my lecturer has convinced me to use, and well, it is incredibly useful to me. Now, I'm doing this so you guys can create an account of your own and store little notes in regards with programming or other stuff, whatever you want, but all you need is an email address and a password and it's fine. Now, you can get the basic version, that's all I use. But I'd assume that the Plus and Premium are much better, just I'm not going to waste money on them. And not really much else on that page. If you want, there's the online version that you can only access online, which is fine. You don't really need to do anything about it. But if you go down to, in the menu to download Evernote, you get a desktop application, or a computer application, whichever one you would want to call it. I just store it on my desktop, so I call it a desktop application. And I'll show you what that looks like in a second, but here we go. This is what the Evernote Web looks like. I store my little notes. This is my Ruby programming sheet that I developed while learning Ruby programming. And from all the way down, there's lots and lots of stuff I've got. But the main thing that I use it for is to store methods and classes, just little things that I need and I have to use now and again. So it's not something like, I generally wouldn't store cout or anything like that in C++ or system.out.println in Java or printf, I believe it is in C. I'm just drawing a bit of a blank on that one. I still have those notes being built on my computer until I'm actually done with them. Then I'll put them up. But as you can see, I've got a lot of stuff, nothing really to worry about. So you can store a lot of stuff on this site, but there is a couple of things I do want to show you on the desktop version. I find it a little bit more useful, but it's really up to you. Now, this is a thing I need to do in Android Studio, and here we're just starting a recording and we're stopping a recording. Two different processes that we need to run, and in there's just lots of little nitty bitty things. Now obviously the stuff in green is comments for those of you that have done other programming, but for those of you that haven't, the double forward slash always mean comment. Now, it might be easy for some of you to remember this after weeks of putting code like this into an application or into a program or into anything that you're using. But when you first start out, you can always remember private void start recording or something like that. But when you're like media recorder, we're creating a media recorder and it's called media recorder equals a new media recorder. Now this is advanced to the level that I haven't even done any of it in my C++ tutes or the Java tutes I'm considering doing. This stuff comes later towards the end of it, whereas here you might need to put something into an application that you don't quite understand, and this is how you understand it. You have a little note of it and then you just continually use it, and at some point in time you will have all this stuff memorized anyway. Now I'm going to show you my XML color list. I call it an XML, it's just a color list. Basically you just create all the colors and their names. Some of them are a little bit weird, some of them really interesting. I don't really know what the difference between coral light and robin egg blue is, but that's just a little list. I store this kind of stuff, so you can store little things, just things that you can't remember off the top of your head. And in Android Studio, it's not like you can't find these things later, but it just is much easier if you have it all at your fingertips. So Evernote is a tool that I use just for ease. It makes things so much easier than digging through like the build applications like Android Studio and code blocks into clips. This just makes it so much easier for me, and I probably should add Notepad++ in there. There's just so much stuff that you can actually do and learn, but sometimes there's things that you will never use enough that you need to know it off by heart. So that's where I will store my little notes, and I'll have access to them whenever I have this computer or an app, access to the internet. So anyway, I'll let you guys go. Hope it didn't overload you or anything. I'd suggest you get Evernote. I showed you how to before. Very simple. Just go to evernote.com and sign up for it. You can then download the desktop application if you want, or just use the online version. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Remember to like and subscribe, and good luck.